Hello, friends, and welcome to the second episode of Create This Book Too. A fortnight ago, we created underwater art for the cover, including those silhouettes of sea creatures and a mermaid. And the first thing we have to do this week is to fill this empty space. You might remember that in Create This Book 1, I combined a cat with my space theme, and for Create This Book 2, I also wanted to combine a cat with the underwater theme. My first idea was to put a cat in an old-fashioned diving suit, just like I did with the space suit. But then I thought this probably wouldn't work out because the helmet is pretty much closed up and you can't tell who or what is inside, so I just scrapped this idea. Instead, I searched for some inspiration online, and there I came across this AI image of a scuba diving cat. And I instantly fell in love with it and decided to take this as my reference.
We keep running faster and faster. I don't know what we're after, yeah. We keep up with disaster. I'm thinking that they're
Okay, for the introduction page and the tips and tricks page, I want to use the same concept that I had in the Create This Book 1. So I add a colorful frame, turn the text pieces into journal pages, and later I will add ocean-themed doodles to them. But first of all, it's time for the fun fact. This time I have another cat fact for you. Although many cats notoriously despise water, they possess the innate skill to swim. In fact, their bodies are well adapted to swimming, with flexible spines and strong limbs allowing them to paddle efficiently. Alright, let's glue the fact in the book, and then we can start with the ocean doodles.
We keep running faster and faster. I don't know what we're after, yeah. We keep up with disaster. I'm thinking that they're after me. We're running like faster and faster. We're running like faster and faster.
And this is the finished result. The next prompt asks us to create a fresh start and to add the beginning date and the goals for this book. I want to put both the beginning date and the goals for the book on the left page so that I can use the entire right page for a larger illustration. To achieve that, I traced the text from the right page, then drew with a pencil on the back side of the paper, and then carbon copied the text onto the left page. This worked surprisingly well. So next I did a yellow background, and then I wrote down my goals for the book. To make it look shiny, I used a gold metallic gel pen on black paper. So my goals are to be creative and have fun, to think outside the box, to add a fun fact to each page, just like in Create This Book 1, to try new media and techniques, and of course, to finish it. The beginning date was the 16th of January 2026. Okay, now let's create an illustration for the right page. The prompt says to decorate this page with things that remind you of new beginnings. And for me, the phoenix symbolizes new beginnings because it bursts into flames whenever it's time to die and then is reborn from the ashes. So if this isn't a fresh start, I don't know what is. I'm trying to add some flames coming out of the wings, the head, and the tail feathers of the phoenix. I've never painted fire with acrylics before, so yeah, let's see how this will turn out.
Breathe through the fire, break the fire, yeah. Chasing something true, caught in a bind. Maybe undo, maybe undo. 'Cause when every core felt deaf and the silence could be better, every motion falling flat. Had to leave you, had to leave you.
Alright, to finish off the piece, I added some sparks off camera and then glued it into the book. This was much easier this time as I used sticker paper, which definitely is a game changer. Okay, time for the fact. For this page, I have some information about the phoenix for you. The phoenix is a magnificent, immortal bird from Greek mythology. When its death approaches after a life cycle of 500 years, the phoenix builds a nest of aromatic spices and branches, sings a haunting melody, and ignites itself. After combusting, the bird is reborn and rises from its own ashes to live again. And here it goes into the book. There is still some empty space next to the prompt text, and I was inspired by this flower doodle next to the prompt, so I decided to do a red gerbera flower matching the colors of the phoenix. And yeah, I used sticker paper again, so after cutting it out, I only had to peel off the foil on the back and then I could glue it straight into the book. I finished all the pages that I have planned for this episode, but the video is a bit too short for my liking, so let's do some bonus pages. So first of all, I want to cover up this barcode and text, and therefore I reused this piece from the original back cover of the book that I touched up with some more ocean doodles. Then we have another completely blank double page after the last prompt. I don't want to leave any page empty in this book, so let's create something beautiful here. I sketched out an octopus with colored pencils. If you remember, I was thinking about putting an octopus on the cover, but then, replaced it with jellyfish, but still I couldn't get the octopus out of my head, so now it's finally time to add an octopus to the book. This time I worked the other way round, so I did the base with colored pencils and then put alcohol markers and fine liners on top. It was a fun experiment, but now I know that the usual way, so alcohol markers first and then colored pencils, is much easier and faster. Anyways, here is the finished octopus. Now we need to paint a nice background for it.
Look at these eyes, they're not here to please you. There was a time you could be mine, before all that you put me through. I knew that you were trouble, but I let that you were bad. I'm living in this bubble and it makes you so mad. You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me, don't need you to like. You can watch me go, cause I don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me, don't need you to like. You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me, don't need you to like. You can watch me go, cause I don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me, don't need you to like.
Okay, I'm super happy with this background. It's so colorful and the octopus fits perfectly in there. Now these last pages of the book have some more character. There is still some empty space, but I'm sure I will come up with some ideas for that in the future. And with that, it's time for this week's recap. These are the pages that we have done. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best and hope to see you next time. Bye!